Hey everyone, I'd like to start the podcast off by saying a dear friend of mine is currently in the hospital. He's, I mean, his state is improved over from yesterday. However, he's still like he's improved a lot since yesterday, but he's still in the hospital and he's still يعني دعواتكم like the guy got stabbed twice and I really hope he gets better. ربنا يساعدك ربنا يعافيك يا عمر ان شاء الله.
ربنا
ربنا
يقومك بالصحة
يقومك.
والعافية. مر.
Anyways, yokoso, yokoso minasan. That's
يوكسو.
that quote is for specific people and they will understand what I mean. However, I will be your host today, Hanafi, one of them at least. I am joined by Ayman
Yo, yo, yo. No, wait,
and
hold up.
also,
That actually sounded weird, man. لكن ما مشكلة.
man, who gives a shit? And I
صح؟
am also joined by Sir Max the Great.
Yo, what's good?
Kneel before His Holy Highness.
No. Don't do that.
Yo, it's in your name, man. You gotta own up to it, man.
Yeah, true. I kind of brought that upon myself, but okay.
True. Anyways, our topic today is drum roll, please. Sudan, Sudan, its culture, its society, etc., etc. So, first, we're going to talk about our perspective on moving to Sudan. And honestly, for me, it was like to keep it short. Sorry, by the way, I'm chewing on some biscuits because like I'm really hungry and it's like 12 a.m. midnight snack type shit. But man, I'm hungry. What the fuck? Like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah,
No, let it
I
be.
didn't say shit, man. I didn't say shit,
Yeah,
man. You do
neither
you,
did
fam.
I. Yeah, you do you.
Zabit, zabit. Anyways, basically, uh, when me and my brother moved here, like it was very sudden. I didn't expect it at all. Like my parents always told me that like we're moving like for like 3 years they told us that we were moving to Sudan and I didn't believe them up until like very close to when we were actually moving and I was like, yo, holy shit, this shit is real. And I got like super fucking depressed because like I was missing out on a lot of shit that like I was really looking forward to. I left all my friends. I left like the life that I had led up to up to that point. Like I haven't seen my friends in 4 years. Like I haven't seen my friends in 4 years since I left, and like it's fucking sad. Like I got really depressed, and like coming to Sudan, it only made it worse. Not gonna lie. But anyways, what do you think,
Sudan is
Max?
very.
Well, to be honest, yeah, pretty much the same. Like you really said everything. Like honestly, when I like leaving the life you lived so long behind, and just it came as a shock to me because I was preparing to move elsewhere, that kind of thing. Like I was preparing and oh wallahi, I'm gonna go to the UK. I'm gonna go wallahi to America.
برجوازية
Boy.
برجوازية.
لكن عمك الكبير جاني كده قال لي يا حبيبي ما في حاجه اسمها UK ولا تمشي السودان تمشي تترزق هناك. قعدت اعليه كده like I didn't know what to do, like it just came out of nowhere. And
Nigga
honestly
pulled the
it
fucking
was
Yu-Gi-Oh on you, bro.
yeah, pretty much. And it was really depressing. Like remembering it was really depressing because uh like the whole I'm gonna start a new life thing, and I'm gonna leave my friends behind, or me not knowing nothing about
Yeah,
Sudan.
yeah, yeah.
Like everything was just كله فوق بعضه, like yeah.
Like, but like it's really like eye-opening, I guess you could say, to like if for me it like opened my eyes to how shitty life is. Like life isn't just fucking rainbows and sunshine. But Eamon, what about
برو
you?
انت عكستها لكن ما مشكلة. انت عكستها. It's sunshine and rainbows. It's not rainbows and sunshine. Wait, what?
ما
Holy
حنك
shit,
ما
brain
حنك
fart. Brain fart right now. I just confused myself so bad. لكن ما مشكلة. Like from my perspective, it was like really depressing and like yeah, both of you guys said like almost exactly what I want to say. But like for me, it like for Ahmed, it was like he said it was until he like right before he we moved. But for me, like at that point in my life, it was like I was always a person that thought about worst case scenarios. You can extrapolate from that like in في النهاية like
Nigga, do you even know
whatever
what extrapolate even means?
يا literature انت
Exposed?
يا
Exposed?
Mr. I took L I went
Exposed?
to L.
TMZ? Exposed? Hello?
Yeah it's my job to expose. It is my job to expose. I am an exposer. Okay.
Even 110% of the people won't know what you mean by you calling me L. لكن اللهم كمل.
أدبي يا أدبي
ده
يلا
بما
بينا
لا
اهو.
يزال.
يا زول في النهاية. So I can keep it like real short. Like whatever point, whatever state of mind I was in at that point, like في النهاية I got depressed. Okay. And it really like from the first time they said like we were moving, I just like I took it to heart and I was like, yep, that's it. My life is over. And like when I came here, I was like fully prepared to have like the shittiest life I could ever imagine. And even then, it wasn't enough. Somehow, somehow it wasn't enough because Sudan just finds new ways. It will always find new ways to just like like you cover up a hole. It just gives you. It just comes with a drill and just like makes a new one. But yeah, that's like. But you live, you learn, you grow, and you get used to how shitty life is, and you just learn
بالسوداني
to
تكبر
make the
تنفس.
most of it. You learn to make the most
But I
of it.
بالسوداني
guess,
تكبر تنفس.
but I guess that's the thing with Sudan, like it forced me to grow up in a way that I never would have if I went abroad, like it forced me to look to have a different perspective on things that I
Yeah, yeah,
normally
yeah.
would not have. But also, like,
Honestly,
uh, go ahead, Max.
honestly, like the one thing I could say I'm grateful for, learning like with my experience of moving here is learning how I took a lot for granted when I used to live in Abu Dhabi. Like I took so
Yes,
much
yes, yes.
stuff for granted,
Definitely.
and coming here to Sudan made me realize how much of a luxury I lived. Even though
Mm,
it wasn't really
exactly.
a luxury in Abu Dhabi, standards, it wasn't really a luxury, but in Sudani standards and the shit that we've been through here, honestly speaking, I was living a king. Honestly, like
Bro,
I
We
just
were
took so
living
can
much.
you
like
imagine? Can you imagine being in Sudan and calling up the بقالة and going like, اسمع جيب واحد
كده
بلاك
كده
نور،
كده كده.
جيب
Oh
واحد
my
سحور chips،
God.
تعال تعال what's it called? HSBC 1903. That was like my old apartment. تعال HSBC
that was our
1903.
old apartment. And like I still
أتخيل.
can't believe like there are so many things that I still remember from back then that like the small details. It's always the small for some reason the small details that I remember. Like I remember like our apartment number. I remember my mom's old phone number like to some extent, not exactly. Wait, hold up, let me
No,
just
no, I remember it
remember.
exactly.
Yeah, I remember it exactly, but like it's just those small things because like back then like yeah we did live like kings we lived like يعني what people here sorry let me paraphrase this in a way that like could be understood here if we lived the same way we lived there here نحن شيوخ
Pretty much.
like we're basically شيوخ
Yeah.
but like living in Sudan just like really showed me how to what's the word
Just be
Live the
grateful
make the
for
proper
most
life.
everything.
of what I have, even if it's a small, even if it's like really a really small thing. It taught me to like really make the most of what I have, even if it's not that much.
To put it into layman's terms, it taught us how to live broke lives.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Yeah, pretty
But
much, man.
also what I found really weird since like I got here is how society kind of works. Like there's like a sense of camaraderie with like your friends, Like anything happens, your friends are like they got your fucking back, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
بجد
it's
بجد.
fucking it's insane. It's insane. Like what's it called? Fuck, I lost my train of thought. But like it's insane. Like you don't find the same, like it's very rare to find those kinds of friends in, for example, where in my school, or I don't know about you, but I'm 100% sure it was a lot harder for you in your school, Max. But like yeah, it was insane. Like the base of it is like fucking tarasa, you know? And that's what I love about it, because like it's always fun, it's always banter, it's always like it's always happy go lucky, you know? It's not like no one, like I don't know about most friend groups, but like at least most of the ones that I've been in, or like most of the people that I know, that's how it goes. What about you, Ayman?
Well, I mean, it's mostly the same thing. Like, this how, like, at least like from what I've observed, obviously, because I can't really speak for anyone else, but like, it's mostly just like, the playful banter, like those like little jabs you give people. Like, even if you're the butt of the joke, like you can still laugh. Like, obviously there are sometimes the times when, like, someone goes overboard, but like those are like exceptions and they don't always happen. But like when like you just like قعدة الجبنة واللمات في البيوت قعدات الشيشة. It's just like it's
With
a really وسط يا أخي يا سلام على الوسط. It's like it's all like هنا في السودان, like back there it was all about like flexing, all about like who has what, who knows who. Like over here, yeah, obviously you're gonna have the flexers. Obviously you're gonna have the people that have like lots of connections. Like, and over here, it's more about about the social. It's all about the social. It's all about like being like very social, knowing how to have a laugh. Just really enjoying the moment, enjoying living in the moment, kind of thing.
yeah, there's a lot of living in the moment here in Sudan. Like it's very weird, or not. It's not weird, but like it's weird to me, because that's not how I like. That's not what I'm used to. Like back in AD, like we would never go out unless it's like fully planned. Like we're going at this specific time, and everyone would be there at that specific time. You know, like mashallah, tabarakallah. Like we used to. Okay, most people would be there at that specific time. Like, can you like I don't know about y'all, but can you imagine going out and everyone being there on time? Because ever since I got here, bitch, I could
Oh,
not.
yeah, right. Bitch ass nigga, you ain't getting no one at that time. Like, if you said, yo, listen, we're going to be here at 5, they will come there at 9. I shit you not. 9.
Yeah,
Like, and
قول لهم
if you call them at
like that's why you say تعالوا الصبح عشان يجوك المغرب.
that's the first one. That's a new one. That's actually a new.
Anyways,
That's the first time I've heard that
Like
one.
no, that's actually what I do. Like when we have something planned, and I'm usually the one responsible for timing, kind of. I'll tell them be there at like 3, right? And I tell them be there at 3. like ما قصديش انه be there at like 5 or 6 عرفت and they'll actually be there at 5 or 6. انا 3 ده انا بكون لسه نايم ولا زول بيكون اتحرك من بيته ولا اي حاجه حتى الساعه 5 6
شفت
الناس دي.
شفت ماكس،
Oh
الناس دي
man.
بتكون
انت من
اتحركت.
الناس اللي ضر البلد دي، انت من الناس اللي ضر البلد دي.
Yeah,
No,
man. That's
no,
that's on you, man.
no.
Anyways,
You're
Max,
supposed
what do
you're
you think?
supposed
What
to
do you think about
advocate
like
change.
what do you think about what do you think about like the people here since you came here? Like the friends you made, and like how society works and whatnot.
Wallahi, I'm not gonna lie. It's two parts, two parts. One good and one bad. The good one is
Or
obviously the people being accepting of who I am and still finding a way to communicate with me and who I am and try to make things a bit more comfortable for me since I didn't
Definitely.
really grow up here. I didn't really live the same way they did. The
True.
second, the second phase is obviously the worst one and the most. Actually, that's the second one is how I've been mostly treated. I've been treated as like an outsider, kind of. I wasn't really treated as a Sudani because I lived somewhere else, and that kind of goes with the envious part of Sudani people. Like Sudani people are mostly jealous, no matter how much they tell you they're not, they are. And it doesn't piss me off. Like it goes so like their jealousy goes so far so far as to make you feel like you're nothing just so they would feel better about themselves. Like I was bullied into that. I was bullied into thinking that I'm not really who I claim to be. I'm not really Sudani just because I lived somewhere else. And then
Like they want
also
us
the
to make
terms
it clear.
it comes with the terms ود الامارات ما اعرف IG, those kind of shit. يا ولد الحرام انا كان ود الامارات
آه
والله
you can't
العظيم
forget
اقسم
شهادة
بدين
عربية.
الله
You
ود
can't forget
الخليج،
شهادة عربية.
شهادة
اقسم بدين
عربية، ما أعرف
اقسم
شنو.
بدين الله والله العظيم انا كان ودي الامارات والله العظيم يا اولاد الحرام انا وشيده ما بتشوفوا والله العظيم انا السودان ما بعرف كيف انا كان ودي الامارات.
Oh man. Yo, for real, man. I don't know what the Emirat. Yo, why would I be like, like this is not to
Exactly انا
disrespect. This is like not.
exactly انا
I'm not trying to diss anyone or diss Sudan or anything, but like Anna, because we've been visiting Sudan like ever since like I can remember, like legit ever since I can remember, and even like the parts where when you're a kid and you get those like little flashes of like, oh shit, that happened. Wow, I don't remember that. And it's like we've been visiting Sudan ever since we were like little kids, okay? Even like before I had like proper memories. So like it wasn't that hard acclimating or like getting used to Sudan. Like in damn man, I lost my train of thought. That's actually like in yeah, like it wasn't so hard like getting used to how Sudan works. Like I really wish I remember where I was trying to go with this. Oh man, it must be
Time,
it
man,
must be
time,
it
man.
must be because it's 420. It must be because it's
We all
420.
we all
oh
we all
yeah
know we
yeah
all know you're missing we all know you're missing a few brain cells. It's okay, man.
no it's not
Man,
missing a few brain cells, it's gaining a few brain cells يا احمد ما تغلط لو سمحت ما تغلط في الحاجة دي
Oh
لو
man.
سمحت لو سمحت
yeah, man.
لانه
Messaging
لانه
Anyone that
Yasser
لانه
listens to
Max
this
is
podcast,
لانه بابا سنوب جاي وانا ما
yeah,
داير
Bob
فيها.
Snoop, Bob Snoop.
all right,
I
guys.
left him I left him I left him some cookies and milk في المصطبة حقت المطبخ عليك الله ما تحرجوني.
Obligatory
Oh my God,
obligatory
yo,
PSA.
yo. If you see
Obligatory
Baba Snoop,
PSA.
man,
Obligatory PSA. Everyone, put out your damn cookies and milk for Papa Snoop.
not Papa, Baba Snoop.
يا أخ فرقت فرقت. ما هو
فرقت والله.
بابا كل
فرقت.
واحد.
No, you have to say it بابا سنوب.
All right,
See?
all right, all right. Leave your
يعني
cookies.
غلطني الولد ده.
Leave your
لكن
cookies and your milk for Baba Snoop.
بابا سنوب
Leave your
لو
milk.
سمحتوا يا جماعة عشان الزول ده يعز روحه لأنه ده اليوم الوحيد اللي بيكون فيه عليكم الله احترموا الكالتشر. Respect
Help a
Oh
nigga
my
out,
God.
man. Just help a nigga out, man.
respect
Oh my God.
respect the culture. الزول ده like محبوس في بيته و this is the only day he can get to go out فشنو عليكم الله يعزوا الشغلانية يعني ما تحرجونا.
عزويا ما تحرجونا. The nigga, like
Aye.
all you gotta do is just put out some milk and cookies. وغير انه you're
Anyways,
gaining brain cells from that, you're gaining brain cells just from listening to that podcast, yo.
yeah, bro,
I
totally.
doubt that.
They're
It's
totally
an
gaining brain
intellectual,
cells, not losing them. But okay.
Totally.
intellectuals.
We are very educational.
Intellectuals,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, that's it.
All right. So onto a more let's say controversial. I really don't want to say controversial, but I guess like you could think of it that way. But like the things we find bad within our society, and like I don't know, I want to go first,
Yo,
but
man.
like I don't mind if any of you
Yo.
guys would want to go first.
Actually, I'd like to.
All right.
it's I think I've already mentioned it, like, and I didn't really get into depth with it, is being treated like an outsider. Like I okay, so like it hurts. It actually hurts. لأنه like when my dad first told me أنه والله, oh, you're gonna go to Sudan for uni and everything. A part of me thought, like, hey, maybe it's not that bad. في النهاية it's your country. You don't know, you know jack shit about your country. بس عارف انه في زول اسمه عمر بشير مطلع زيت البلد. So why not go and learn, you know? Why not go and learn about the country? Why not go and like
Learn the
get to know the
culture,
people, get to know
man.
your people? Exactly. So when I'm outside actually trying to do, like, actually trying to, better myself and everything, I wouldn't forget في النهاية انه انا سوداني. عرفتها؟ But honestly speaking, when I came here, the first thing I felt was disappointment, because the way I was treated just because I was outside is actually like absolutely fucking horrendous. لأنه I didn't really expect people to be so envious. Like أنا زول سوداني زيكم يعني. Why are you treating me like this? أنا جاي هنا عشان أقرأ جامعة وعشان أتعلم عن بلدي اللي أنا ما بعرف شيء عنها. So instead of treating me like I'm an outsider, making me hate the country 10 times more than I already do, why don't you teach me about it? Why don't you tell me about it? Like, and I had to learn that myself, I had to learn about the country on my own. And then that's
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 the thing.
that's
They're not
they
accepting.
don't teach you anything about it. They just bash you for not knowing anything. It's so
exactly.
fucked up. It's so fucking weird. And
Exactly.
Yo,
speaking about being treated as an outsider, like what? يعني واحد من أولاد جيراننا, like this nigga would like constantly berate us for like being for like not living in Sudan, like as if anything we say or anything we say or have said is deemed what's the word,
invalid.
invalid. Anything we say is deemed invalid because we were not raised in this country. Like that, like to me, that's just absurd. That's so fucked up. Like like it's not only is that like extremely exclusionary, but like it's fucking like I sound so fucking stuck up. I sound white, but like it's true. It's like it's extremely exclusionary, and like I want to learn to love my country. Like I haven't lived here. Like I haven't experienced anything in this country. I wanted to learn about my country, my people, my culture, and like I never, like I had to do it myself. Like I had to search for ways to do it rather than people actually helping me learn about it. Like I just find it fucked up. But like, Eamon, you were saying something.
يلا طيب انه هم يلا I'm gonna be on the I'm gonna be the one that's on the lighter side of things, because yeah, like I'm still gonna talk about the bad. I'm just gonna talk about, like, the stuff that's bad, as like انه you guys are talking about, learning your culture, learning the culture, learning about the people, like about Sudan itself, learning who we are as Sudanese people, going back to the roots. صح. طيب.
Not really, but
يلا. No, I'm just saying in general, and like you're like going back to the roots, like learning يعني what being Sudani is what I'm trying to.
Sudan 101 basically. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, طيب. يلا انتوا في الناس that like Sudan 101, they're like, if you're like, let's go with that analogy, and Sudan 101, you have like the professors that are literally just gonna look at you and just gonna say, oh, you came from outside, no, you don't get to learn shit. طيب. And then you're gonna have the professors that give you totally false information about words that just mean horrible, horrible things. Like the amount of times my friends like just told me, "Yo, by the way, do you know what this word means?" I'm just like, no, what does it mean?" And then they just look at each other and start laughing. Ha ha ha! What the limarat? What the limarat ma بيعرف. And I'm just like, bro, just like, yeah. Like at the time when like they started doing these things, like I've already grown a tolerance to these kinds of things. So like I was just like, yo, either like shut the fuck, either tell me or shut the fuck up, because like I don't give a shit. في النهاية, it's most probably going to be a word I'm not going to use. And then they're like, okay, fine. You want to know? Here you go. Like مثلا, what was the word? God damn, I can't remember the word. I'm not going to waste time trying to remember it. Like in في النهاية, they told me a word that basically meant like, you like groping basically. And they told me that they told me that it means the change من الكمساري, and I'm just like, what, bro? Like, why would you guys be laughing so much over that? And I just like, whenever I got the chance, I'd like ask a friend, I'd be like, yo, what does this mean? He'd be like, man, you really don't know what it means? And then they like look to the person. في النهاية اختصار للموضوع, like I found out what it means. Like there are the people that try to sabotage your learning. They try to sabotage what you're learning. They give you false information. And
But
like
bro, that
yeah,
happens everywhere, man. Like a Arab dude going to the US and then like telling someone khara means I love you in Arabic. Like some people have that shit tattooed on their arm. Like some people have khara tattooed on their fucking arm, man. Like come on. Like
oh my god.
that shit's banter, you know. But speaking of banter, like like another thing that's like good but also like teetering on bad is like the tarasa in Sudan. Like it's good to an extent, you know, but like when it becomes our identity, and especially when like that identity is seen in a bad light, it's bad. Like you all like literally all you need to do is go on Twitter, on Sudanese Twitter, and like holy shit, like these guys are fucking like
They're ruthless.
Yeah, man. They got no hearts, man. It's like you like obviously you see the lighthearted banter on Twitter, and like you'll have a good laugh on it. But then you see the guys that are trying to get a laugh that are like, just chasing clout. Literally, like I'm just gonna say how it is. They're like, they're saying like controversial things just so they can like chase for clout.
نظام هم العاقلين, that kind of thing. And it actually pisses me off when I see it on Twitter. And I see it on Twitter a lot. And to be honest, it's only it's only when okay, like don't get me wrong, like it's only when مثلا let's say a girl says something about let's say the usual problem in Sudan, how women are suffering in Sudan, all that shit. كله تمام.
Mm.
لكن there's always that one nigga that acts way too much and out of like he basically acts out of pocket just so he could grab the attention of that certain X, Y, or Z, whatever female that could be, or whatever female that has commented on that kind of thing. And actually, like I won't say it pisses me off, like, and it kind of triggers me, because like a lot of people here بيعاملوك كأنك انت بيعاملوك انت مثلا as let's say they're treating us as outsiders, they're treating us like trash, but then they go and do that kind of thing. عرفت? Like it's just okay, so I'm trash. Like, what does that make you? Like, what you're doing, what does
Yeah,
that
yeah.
make you?
Like
عرفت?
basically they're just basically being hypocrites.
Exactly, they're being
Like
hypocrites. Like
وكمان
they're
وكمان
they're over here
غير
bashing me for being who I am, and then they're out there being the trashes they could be, putting men into this unnecessary light, and it's disgusting. Honestly, it's disgusting. Wallahi.
يلا
أصفى يا
يلا
جماعة.
to add on that, like بجد like غير انه men, like whenever I see something bad happen, like يعني most like especially it's like something bad happening to a girl, and like like it's become like the new topic in like Sudan. Like Twitter can like they can like quote unquote khawaja, or like Sudani Twitter. Most, if not all of the time, the people that are being negative towards the girls are the ones that should be supporting them the most, which are other girls. Like I can't believe that I would that like whenever like something bad happens to a girl, like oh my gosh, like she says مثلا like يعني لا قدر الله, like she got raped, and then
لا
like in the
قدر الله.
comments you go down. I mean, like dude, we can't deny that it happens, especially in Sudan. We're a third world country, and like it's just a lot of bad things
Bro,
happening.
New Year's Eve was the fucking
Yo, New
Astaghfir
Year's, like
Allah,
yo,
astaghfir Allah,
New
astaghfir
Year's,
Allah.
New Year's,
Bro, you
what
had no
happened in
idea.
New Year's?
I was
What
so
happened in New Year's
fucking
legit?
pissed, man.
It legit made me just like just get off Twitter. I legit like I genuinely thought about like just deleting Twitter. Man, no, like that's really like Twitter was like what got me to know so many people that I still talk to today. And like like it like I use Twitter to like to try and spread positivity and make people happy, and sometimes simp, but like but like hey man, I
Simp
gotta
alert,
spread the truth.
boys. Simp alert.
Yo man, just like insert sticker of SpongeBob saying with the tag of professional simp. بس like بجد it's like New Year's Eve was like so bad. I just like it made me like close myself. It made me not want to like be as open as I was, because like I was scared that people would just be like, "Yo, fuck off, you're a man. Yo, like why are you even talking to me?
Yeah,
Like just
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
you're
Like
not
honestly, that day, I was genuinely, and I'm like, I cannot stress this enough. I was genuinely like so mad. Like I was like I hated myself for being Sudanese. I hated myself for being a dude. You know, I cannot stress how mad I was. Like I couldn't do shit. Like I literally went around, asked all, like every girl I knew, I asked, like or not every girl, like as many as I could. Every girl I knew that is in Sudan. I asked them, like, "Yo, are you guys all right? Like, did you go out?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. That was like I
tell me, tell me
legitimately
you
had
guys got
like I
home
felt
safe.
like I had to
Like,
do that.
I genuinely could not fucking, I could not believe that happened. I was so like, uh, fuck, for lack of a better word, flabbergasted. I was so surprised. I didn't know like what to do. I didn't know what to say. I was just so fucking mad. I was so surprised. I was so sad. You know. But yeah, like it's just one of many things that plague our society, in my opinion. Like as well as like just like Sudanese Twitter. Like I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure I'm repeating what I said, but like Sudanese Twitter community is just so fucking toxic. And it's not
Yo,
just it's not
it's
just the Twitter
toxic. It's
community.
toxic.
Okay, okay, okay. Let me rephrase. It's not just the Twitter community. It's Sudanese community as a whole. We are so fucking toxic. And I mean that literally. Like,
Without even
whether it's men
realizing it,
or
by the way. Like
whether
بجد
it's
like people don't realize that like they're being toxic. They think oh من حقي like وكمان يعني هنا في الشعب السوداني like في يعني like I'm gonna
a,
say
a,
what
a sense of
what a friend told me.
entitlement.
Yeah, it's a sense of entitlement. I'm gonna say what a friend told me. إنه الشعب السوداني شعب ركوب راس. Okay, and no matter what يعني even if they're in the wrong هيركبوا راس. They're gonna go like no, I'm right. Why are you right? Just because I said so. عندك اعتراض؟ لا. عندك
It's the
اعتراض؟
way
اتخارج عن ذاك
it's the
الحيطة.
way it's I think it's the way they've been raised, honestly. Like I how do I say this? Like I don't want to blame them, but at the same time I'm blaming them. Like انه والله انت okay, we were born and raised in a certain way. Like in change has to happen. إذا انت ما فتحت راسك, if you're not up for negotiating your morals and everything, انت كإنسان ما حتمشي قدام. You as a person, you're not going to evolve. You're not going to be anywhere. You're not going to be anything because you are just so fixated on who you think you are, and everything you just spit out of your mouth is correct. معناه انت كده انسان ما حتمشي لقدام. بس من الاخر كده انت انسان ما حتمشي لقدام if you're not up for negotiating your morals and actually thinking with yourself who I am as a person, what I need to change, and just كيف, like how do I say this? Like if نحن هنا في السودان we have like in a society mostly in old people, لكن I see this thing in also like some of the teens, basically our generation, is that I know most people don't have the courage to admit that they're wrong. Most people don't have the wisdom to
Definitely,
to
definitely.
most people don't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
the wisdom to
100%.
to
100%.
recognize what they can't change and what they can change. And it's ما أعرف أقول شنو, لكن but it's that thing is just not gonna make the country go anywhere if
And
that's
even if they
the
can't
if
change it,
that's the
they
general
just go like, no,
mentality.
I'm not gonna change it.
Exactly. If that's the general mentality of the country, then بلدي ما حتمشي لقدام. Like honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I lost hope من زمان in this country, لكن there's always that voice that's saying إنه كده احتمال, لكن I'm not gonna take chances.
Yeah, yeah.
Like in
I
Hesi,
like
like
the voices.
also
The
also
voice. I
another.
feel like the voice is in all of our heads, honestly, because like everyone's just like بالذات after the Thora, because like everyone like after the
There
Thora
was
was
a
like yes,
slight glimmer
we're
of hope
changing.
after the Thora, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't slight. It was like the biggest, like it was a shining light of hope, because like it was finally like, oh, we're finally like, we're expanding our culture. like the artists, the the people that have a passion in their heart, like they finally have a voice, they finally have something to show. بالذات يعني ناس the artists من ناحية drawing, the artists من ناحية speaking, like what like all
The
the art, like يعني
poets.
معلش if I'm the poets, yeah, I'm saying like يعني من like I'm sorry if I'm not like including what you do as a passion or a hobby or what you do as a job. لكن في النهاية what I'm saying is إنه الثورة really like it really pushed that forward. It really يعني expanded our horizons من ناحية إنه oh there is so much like hidden talent, and the thing is it wasn't even hidden. The thing is it wasn't even hidden. It was out there in plain sight, but like we just decided not to look at it because like it was like ما كانت همنا. But now everyone wants أي زول داير جدارية في بيته أي زول everyone's like thinking about oh like يعني بالذات ناس too dope rotation, the artists like وبرضه في ناس the circle that cropped up like recently their album ومع شنو. لكن there's a lot of like a lot of blooming artists I remembered what I was forgetting, photography and videography, like but yet like so many like not so hidden talents that just popped up that people just didn't
يلا
know about.
المش...
Speaking of,
المشكلة
sorry
معلش
for
أحمد.
cutting you off, Max. Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
okay. The thing is here's what I'm thinking. To actually make the country go better or grow better معلش is it goes deeper than just art. It goes deeper than just والله انه oh الارtists and everything. بالعكس I support everything they're doing لكن it's I don't want to seem like I'm bashing them لكن it's not enough. Like I get انه oh والله we're putting the country on the map. الثورة كانت حاجة يعني honestly speaking I never felt more like I'm Sudani, more
A
Sudani
picture,
in my
a
life
picture of
than
of
in
of
in,
the
in
Thora won a fucking award this year. Like that is fucking insane, you know?
He won an
Like
exactly like
award
that shit's
really that's
amazing. Like that's amazing. Like it's only putting the Sudan in the map as a how do I say this as a cultural like as a cultural base like أنه والله this is Sudan, it has a great culture, learn about it. لكن for us نحن هنا معيش الحاجات اللي نحن قاعدين نعاني منها
on a
كل يوم
day-to-day
الحاجات
basis, yeah.
that goes way deeper than just art, and that's for another podcast honestly. Like I don't want to ramble on that because like I studied it and it's too much. So like
But like
it goes
I
I
wanted
just
to
wanted to
say,
say it goes deeper than that.
oh, yeah, it definitely does. But like I wanted to say that Hesi, like also something ضر ضر البلد دي is like how quick we are to jump to conclusions, you know? Like when the Thora
of
first
course,
started, when the Thora first started, everyone was just like everyone was just bashing every Sudanese influencer. Like I really don't want to say influencer, but like every Sudanese artist, influencer, whatever. Like they were just bashing them. Yo, you guys didn't post hashtag. Fuck, I forgot the hashtag. Astaghfirullah. I can't. I revoke my Sudanese card
Um
because I forgot the hashtag.
مدن السودان
المهم
تنضرب.
like أيوة, but like everyone was just bashing every artist for not posting it, you know. They didn't post anything, period, you know. Like Boss posted a flag, which honestly, like I get why people were mad
it
because
was it
Boss
was it
just
was
posted a
better than
flag instead
most.
of posting the hashtag or posting the flag and the hashtag, because like it's not that hard to post the hashtag, man. But like he did, like at that point he did more than the Sudanese artists who like claimed they were Sudanese. Like they had 249 in their name, you know. But then fucking like Two Dope released a song, uh
طب
like
إنها
which
yo
Sabina was really dope, you know. But like
yo
regardless of whether the
that
song is
song
good or
is
not,
still on my playlist, man. It's amazing. I love it.
yeah, it's
بجد I
really
love it.
good. But
Shout out to
regardless of
Dopa.
whether it was
Shout out
good
to
or
Dope.
not, regardless of whether it was good or not, it was like I don't know. I felt like every time I listen to the song, I just remember the Thora and like I remember it in like a good light. You know, I don't remember the shit we had to go through. I don't remember like the you know like I don't remember the shootings. I don't remember the people who died. Sorry, I do remember the people who died, but like I don't remember like the hardships. I remember the finish line. I remember that like we did finally achieve something. You know, like that's what the song reminds me of. Like it's not like
Yeah,
we
that's
we
something
always
that's
we
really
always
great
jump to
about the song.
it's like I'm trying to prove a point that like we we always jump to conclusions way too soon. Like that's also something that's like really harmful within our community. It's like it's like something happened, like someone like literally anyone anything happens, someone there's always someone there going like azul ده كوز azul ده كوز انت جبت المعلومه دي من وين؟ يعني انت ساكن في بيته، بتعرف امه، بتعرف ابوه، بتعرف اهله، يعني حتى لو كوز انت اللي
Yeah, yeah,
دخلك في
for real,
حياته
for
شنو؟
real.
Yeah,
Like
anyways
that's
so many times, so many
didn't that
times.
happen دقيقة didn't that happen to Umar?
yeah, like
Your
Yeah,
friend
legit.
Omar,
that
Like,
got hurt.
what the hell? Like, that
my friend,
actually pissed me off so much. It pissed me like,
dude,
غير إنه like he was stabbed. Like, this is a human being you're fucking talking about. It's still pissing me off to this, like, till right now, because like, how can you fucking see someone that is dying and just go like, oh, who a cause? He deserves it. He's a fucking human being. Like, يعني like كل الكيزان يعني مهما حصل لهم like في النهاية like everyone was like oh Bashir deserves إعدام. Yeah, he deserves إعدام because he committed so many war crimes and a lot of other things. What's this guy's what did he do? Huh? He's a
ذنبه
fucking
شنو؟
18 to 19-year-old that just went to university and he's not and he
He's
didn't do
not
anything.
19 years old. He's like 20 something, bro. Like in like
ما مشكلة.
it, the thing is like okay,
I
I
think
I will
Ahmed's
not
more
lie,
righteous to talk about it لأنه he knows him better than we do. So go ahead.
dude. He's in my batch. Like this guy is a
Yeah.
fucking saint. He's a fucking saint. Like literally, I've never seen him do anything bad. Anyone asks him for help, he's there. Anyone asks him for money, he gives it. Like literally, and like oh, he's هو أول الدفعة يعني. Like he's literally like he's a fucking saint. You know, like he's like a fucking dream. He's like what I want to become. You know, like this guy. Like he like not only is he like من أوائل الدفعة, he also has a job that he does with his dad. Like he doesn't have money because he's a cause. He has money because he has a job with his dad where like they sell cars. يعني هو ما سمسار هو تاجر. I'm pretty sure هو تاجر. Like they get like, for lack of a better word, bougie cars, but like bougie cars in terms of like Sudan, like they like cars you wouldn't normally see in Sudan. Like he gets them here and he sells them, and like that's what like him and his dad do. Like they get like cars that they get cars that normally aren't in this country and they sell them here. Why he has money? It's not because he stole money from someone or he was part of a fucking regime. This guy is like he's a genuine human being. Like he's a fucking person. Like he's not a fucking piece of shit. You know.
قلبه
Keza,
قلبه أبيض.
this man is
Just
not.
listen if you've ever
كده
heard
كده
his voice. ما مشكلة ها كمل.
like like going off what Eamon said, like yeah, like he doesn't even shout. Like I don't think his vocal cords give him the like he doesn't. I don't think his vocal cords allow him to shout or speak in a like I'd be standing next to him and he'd be talking and I'd be like, huh, what? Like I'd literally have to shove my ear into his mouth so I can hear what he's saying. Like this guy is like he's literally like so like he's so soft spoken. Like he's such a good person. He's such a genuine person. And like it pissed me off to see people just fucking calling him a cause. But like regardless, let's continue on with like the main topic of the podcast, which and like right now, like there I asked a few people like what they like their perspective on Sudan and like its community and whatnot. And shout out to Mo Muawiyah, because like this nigga like he's a real G first of all, but like he's also like he also gave me like something like something I never really realized was like a problem in Sudan. But before that, the obligatory air horns. Hey, fucking Max
Hey,
joined in. Let's
Max, you
fucking
fucking did it,
go.
yo.
Let's
What's up?
fucking go,
What's up,
man.
yo? Oh, that's how we do. That's how we do.
But like he mentioned quite a few things, but like one obviously the misogyny. But we'll get back to misogyny because I wanna like I want to really drive this point home, and like to quote him directly, he said, I guess you guys can talk about how any recreational activity for young men is looked down upon and seen as a waste of time, and nobody is actively supporting youth hobbies and activities. Like I never really realized this was a problem until he actually told me. Like it's insane. I don't see anyone who pursues a hobby or anything like that. They do it like they take time out of their own day. Like they don't like receive support for like from like their family or like their mom, their dad, their uncles, their aunts, and I just find that extremely fucked up. Like I never really realized that was a problem until he told me that, and like it's insane. What do you like, Max? Like for example, Max, you play guitar. Like, do your parents like support that?
Uh, no, actually, if I'm being completely honest, يعني الله يديه أبوي الله يديه العافية والله يخليه لي everything. لكن he wanted like the okay. So how I got the guitar was a friend of mine got it for me for my birthday, and like he knew how much I wanted the guitar, so he just got it for me on my birthday. And yeah, I was the one thing that was in my head was what my dad's reaction would be. My mom wouldn't mind. Like my mom, obviously, she would have her opinion. She'd tell me her opinion, but then she'd just leave me to do whatever, because like she knows I'm grown. She knows I know right from wrong, and she knows what to do. She knows to trust me, I guess. And my dad's just something, like when he saw the guitar, he freaked out. He was like, ما عارف ده تبقى لي فنان وما عارف وانا ولدي يقولوا عليه فنان وبتاع وما I was like I told him I have no
كده كده
intention in.
معلش, but like if you were a فنان, you would be making so much money. Your dad wouldn't be giving a shit anymore.
I know
Yeah,
لكن
man, like for
المهم
real.
المهم like I told him إنه like it's just a hobby for me, like I want to do something else and just sit on my damn phone or PS4 for hours on end, not being productive in something, or like not moving my brain,
Learning
or
something
like
new.
something like that. Yeah, learning something new, like just getting out of my comfort zone. And I had
Yeah,
to
yeah.
I had to argue I had to argue with him for a month just so he could let me keep the guitar in Abu Dhabi. But أنا كده استفدت شنو؟ لكن anyways, I just had to maneuver my way through him and just find a way to get my own guitar hina, and then yeah, that's basically how I went out with it. Like I'm still he knows I play the guitar. He knows I play the guitar well too, because he heard me play. And yeah, like I felt أنا غصبته. Like I had to force him into being okay with it. Like I told him انه انت like he came here to Sudan, and then he saw the guitar. He's like برضه هنا guitar. I was like عين. كان وديتني روسيا. I was like كان وديتني روسيا. كان وديتني الصين. هتلقي جيتار غصبا عنك. He looked at me. He wanted to beat the shit out of me, لكن ما he didn't do it.
Bro, like
ف
Bro, like
alhamdulillah,
بجد
alhamdulillah,
بجد
alhamdulillah,
alhamdulillah
alhamdulillah.
يا
Like I
alhamdulillah.
was I was blessed with like supportive parents. Like for example, my brother is like as a side gig, like he's pursuing a singing career. Like he go like and like people like his even I enjoy his music, you know.
Why are you
But
saying that
but
like
like
it's a bad thing, man?
what? No, that's not what I mean. Like my point is, bro, what the fuck,
Don't
man?
forget, I
Come on,
expose people,
man.
man. Don't forget, I expose people. I expose
ظابط
people.
ظابط
Expose
يا
them.
TMZ ظابط ظابط. Like in my
Yeah,
point
man.
is like alhamdulillah, I was blessed with like supportive parents, and like I know that like if I wanted to do something, like they like they tell me like don't do it, but like if you want to do it,
They
you
wouldn't really
do it.
do
But like
anything. They wouldn't like force you.
they wouldn't force me to not do it. But like it's just insane how like unsupportive parents in Sudan are. But I would very much like to go back to misogyny. And I like I'm trying to I can't really put my anger into thoughts right now, so I'm gonna hand it off to Eamon.
Yeah, let me put my 2 cents into
Drop
this
some
one.
knowledge.
I'm gonna drop some not just knowledge, some intellect. I'm a
Nah, bro.
I'm a
Let me
wise
drop
in
a
you
meme.
guys'
Let me drop a meme real quick. Some knowledge.
knowledge. You gotta get that
You
knowledge.
you have to be you have to be OG meme. Like you have to be OG memester to understand that meme. Like that's 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 old as shit.
Yo, man, we're old as okay, no, we're not old. We're not old at all, man. Like in ما مشكلة في النهاية, the misogyny in this country is so like it's borderline brainwashing. Actually borderline brainwashing. Like to the point where even the women are misogynistic towards themselves. Like I talked about this a bit when we were talking about when I talked about how the like when something happens to a woman when something happens to women in Sudan, like it's it like I just go sometimes I go into the comments and I see like the women are the ones supporting this. They're the ones asking the questions that are like, what was she wearing? How was she acting like? She deserves it. Why would she even be there at that time of night or at that time of day? Why is she even going to these places? Like it's so like just like insane to me how it's the women asking these questions, not the men, and how like most of the like I'm not gonna say most of the time. I'm not gonna like excuse me, but I'm not but like obviously there are gonna be the men that are asking these questions, but like the percentage of women that I'm seeing that are asking these questions as well should not be there. Like they should it should be non-existent to begin with because like they're the ones that are supposed to be supporting each other. But the
It
misogyny
should
in
be
this country
non-existent
is
to
just like
begin with in both sides. Like
from
it shouldn't
both
just be
sides, of
women
course. Yes,
being supportive. It should be both supportive. Like
yes, I know, but
it's fucking insane.
I'm trying to be like somewhat realistic here, Yanni, because like obviously there are gonna be the like the 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 non-chads, the people that aren't really understanding and زي ما بيقولوا have to channel my inner Sudani for this one. Open-minded, like the
Open
people that
minded.
aren't no, not open mind, open mind.
Open minded.
Yes. You have to add that little like
البي على قولة السودانيين البي التقيلة لازم تكون قاعدة هناك.
هي بي تقيلة ولا بي خفيفة؟ What the fuck? That's, when I came here,
That's another
bro,
topic, bro.
what
That's
the fuck do
something
you mean
else.
بي تقيلة؟
that's something else
What the
entirely,
fuck is
man.
that shit?
لكن like من ناحية انه like oh the woman stays in the kitchen, she's supposed to be the caretaker. Women like they shouldn't pursue education. Women have no rights. They should always be covered up. Like and even when they're covered, the amount of things I've heard from my friends, and like when they go out and they feel so scared that they're forced to wear a طرحة or to انه هم يكونوا متنقبين or whatever. And like they're just like, why am I saying that? Like I know متنقبين people. What? Like that's not to say that I have anything against متنقبين people. It's just like I don't know any personally. Guys, please don't attack me. Wallah, I'm a nice guy. لكن
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks. Ayman hates
man,
منقبة.
no, don't do me like that, man. Fuck.
You heard it here first, folks. TMZ, breaking news. Ayman
Move.
hates منقبات.
Yo, I'm
هاي
TMZ, man. Stop trying to steal my spot. Like in في النهاية, going on with what I was trying to say, and no, like the women here have like so much fear instilled in them, like just for being a woman, just for not having a dick, just for having a vagina and tits. They're just like, oh shit. Like they go through so much hardship just trying to live, not even following their dreams or their passions or anything. Just trying to live is so hard for them in this country. It's extremely difficult for them to live in this country. Not to mention the
Bro,
cat
it's
call.
أكبر
it's like
أكبر
it's like they're
أكبر
like it's like
طموحاتهم
they act.
أكبر طموحات بقت إنه they just want to survive and just live an okay life. دي بقت أكبر طموحاتهم.
Bro, like I swear that's not even a joke. Like I have genuine genuine my friends tell me like yo, my goal in life is to get married. Like I don't care if I graduate. I don't care. My goal in life is to get married to a rich man and for him to
Provide.
freaking buy me shit. Like I like not as a joke. Not as in like, oh, I want to marry a
Like
rich
they're
dude. I want to
100%
I want to
serious.
marry a successful dude. No. They like genuinely they like their goal in life is to get married, not to have a
Like
family, not to have
they think it's like
not
a
to have
free pass to just like, خلاص. Like I made it in life. I married a rich guy. That's it.
like that's like that's their I made it in life. Like that's their I made it in
To
life
be
is them
to,
getting married to a rich dude.
look. To be honest, I kind of understand the perspective because you know how in Islam, you know, when you get married, you complete half of your deen. That's the thing. You know, like
Yo,
I
but
don't
Max,
remember
like
the
real
exact
talk.
hadith.
Yo,
I don't remember the
real
exact
talk.
hadith. لكن دقيقة I don't remember the exact hadith. لكن it was a hadith where Rasul صلى الله عليه وسلم he said أنه like when
Yo,
you get married you complete half of your deen. So that was embedded in Sudanese culture. Like they think about it as now basically in our day and age it's more of a cultural thing than a religious thing.
Yes,
Like
definitely.
they were
okay,
so
but Max,
obsessed with it to
like
the point
real
where they
talk.
made it cultural. عرفت؟
طيب
Like
يا
it's
Max,
gotten
like
to the point.
yo,
It's
wait,
gotten
wait,
to the
Ahmed,
point.
Ahmed, one
Sorry,
second.
Eamon.
Just one
Sorry,
second.
Eamon. 1 sec. But like it's gotten to the point where like people like I most people like most guys want to get married so that they can fuck freely. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
gonna.
yeah,
I'm not gonna
like
mince
legit,
words.
yo,
I'm
not
not
gonna
gonna
lie,
mince words. I'm not gonna
that's actually
sugarcoat.
the truth.
I'm not gonna mince words. I'm not gonna sugarcoat the shit. People like a lot of people that I know, and I mean a lot of people a lot of dudes that I know, they want to get married so that they can fuck whenever they want. Like that's so insane. And like the girl, like the percentage of like dudes who want to get married to fuck and girls that want to get married so that they can get money from like their husbands, like the, it's like 90% dudes want to fuck, and then like 10% girls that want to get married for money. Like, and most of the girls that I talk to say it as a joke, you know, and I'm like, that's fine. That's fine, but like then there are the people who like that's like their goal in life, and I just find that fucked up, you know. But Hinay, another point that was made very apparent to me was that like smoking as well, like smoking, like it's I just it just baffles my mind how smoking is okay for dudes, but it is not for girls. As if cancer is okay for dudes and it's not okay for girls. Like, yeah, okay, sure, buddy, you can smoke, but you, girl, no, don't smoke. What about you, Max? Like, what do you think about that, man? Like, it just baffles me, man.
Again, honestly speaking, it all just goes back to how they were raised. Like انه they have the stereotype انه the girl has to be رقيقة وجميلة وعطوفة,
Yo,
that kind
okay,
of thing.
Bro, what the fuck is this? 1920s USA? What the fuck,
I
man?
don't I don't fucking know, but like yeah, that's
yeah,
just
بيكونوا
it's just
لابسين
stereotypical
corsets
في النهاية.
كده, or like
It all goes to
like
stereotypes.
big ass
Yeah,
ball gowns and shit.
pretty
Speaking
much.
of stereotypes, like fucking Arabzoots. No offense, Max, you know, but
Yeah,
like
no
you
offense,
are
bro, but
indeed
like,
a
Ag-
Arabzoot.
Azola,
we're
Azola.
gonna we're gonna
Ah,
so
Zola.
y'all gonna do me like that? So y'all gonna
Yeah,
do me like that?
we gonna do you like that, bro.
No, 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 no,
You're a
no. Wait,
fucking
wait, wait.
bro.
Yo,
You
yo,
are.
yo. Let's get
It'd be
something
your own
clear from the
niggas.
get-go.
It'd be
Let's get
your own
something clear
niggas.
from the get-go. Okay? Max with the Jazeera, okay? That does not necessarily mean he's Arabzoot. Arabzoot is a state of mind, man.
It is a mindset.
It's the state of Zen for Sudanese people. When they're Arabzoot, they have reached the highest point of Buddhism of the
They have
of the
reached the
Arab
pinnacle
mankind.
of Sudanese. They have reached the pinnacle of being Sudanese. They have reached the peak of Sudanism. You know, like that is like being Arabzoot is like you know, like I just want to know what like their Kama Sutra is. Azola,
Okay,
Azola.
Yeah,
bro,
but
Ahmed, I don't think you know
you
what Kama
cannot
Sutra
دقيقة
means.
دقيقة
Ahmed,
دقيقة you cannot deny انه like what they have for breakfast is money, what they have for lunch is money, and what they have for dinner is money. They are
They
rich as
okay, yeah,
fuck.
fucking
yeah, yeah.
Those
balling,
Ahmed,
gringos
man. They
fair.
تراب
ball hard.
Yo, I've heard
تراب.
stories. I've heard stories, yo. And no get there's this, like I've heard this one story, like to keep it very short, like he'd be like watching NBC Action or some shit, and he'd be watching like Top Gear. Like obviously in Top Gear, they're gonna be getting like crazy ass cars and shit to match, you know. And like this guy, he wasn't living في الخرطوم. عايش في واحد من like the villages and just like chilling in his like hut or whatever. And like this obviously I'm
Bro,
not
that is
trying to.
so fucking like that is extremely racist, and you're Sudanese.
Oh
Like
my
how the fuck do you do
God,
that, man?
man.
You know
Why?
you're
Why do
offending
I
my whole
do this to
family, right?
myself, man? Why do
You
I
know
do
you
this
know
to
you offended my
myself?
whole family,
We'll
right?
we'll get back to the
Yo,
racism, but
fuck
continue
you,
your
man.
pointing.
Yo, fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. He'd be living
We'll get back
wherever
to the
he is
racism, but
living, no
continue your
matter.
pointing.
He'd be living wherever he is living, no matter what the level of fanciness of the house he is living in. في النهاية, it's a house. And he'd be watching like NBC Action or something, and he'd see a car, and he'd just look at his son. He's like, "Hoy, أنا دار العربية دي." And his son would be like, "But dad, like that's not even manufactured here, and like you can't get it into the country." أنا ما بيهمني. أنا شفت العربية دي أنا دايرة جيبها لي. And like the son would like go to whatever extents he could to get the money. And like the dad would just tell him like مثلا the son would go like لكن يا أبوي العربية دي كم كذي 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 كذي. And the dad would go like يعني أنا قلت لك اديني السعر. أنا قلت لك جيبها لي. القروش عندي أنت بس جيبها لي. And like legit to the point where like the guy just like he just sees something, he's like, oh, I want this, get it from me. Like he doesn't care what the price is. Like it's like to that extent.
Yeah, man, that's their life now, you know, like it's that's just
But like
no
I
one no
wanted to
one
say,
no one knows.
but like let me preface this by saying again, Max, no offense, my G, no offense.
Azala,
Okay,
azala,
but
azala.
like but like I wanted to say like Arab Zoot, like they are a fucking like what's like they're a fucking poison. They're like genuinely they are a poison. Like their mindset is so toxic to the Sudanese community because like they're so backwards. Like for lack of a but like
Yeah,
they're so backwards.
their
Like
way
they
of
think
thinking is just like extremely backwards. I don't understand how they just like how they think they're a part. Like they're basically detached from society.
they're not it's not like they're not detached from society, you know? But like it's just that like they're like they like their goal in life is to for like that's what it feels like. Their goal in life is to fuck. They think rape is okay. They think that like what's it called? Like الإسلام حل الأربعة no shit, but like they freaking like they abuse that shit, you know? They abuse it. Like they marry four people. They marry four women, and then like if they're tired from fucking one woman, بيطلقوها بيجيبوا واحدة تانية just so they can fuck even more. Like what the fuck, bro? And like even like on top of that, like they're so extremely what's it called? They're extremely fucking sexist, and it's so annoying. Like every like even in my uni, any fucking Arab Zoot that I meet, and like they have that mindset, I just fucking scream in their face. Like I'm not sure if Eamon was there when I was screaming in their face, but like I would literally بنكون قاعدين في الجبل, I'd be like, dude, shut the fuck up. You know nothing about what you're like. You don't know shit about what you're talking about. Okay, like you cannot say like what a girl is wearing is related to how she got raped. Like, you know, it's just fucking insane. But like you know, it's I just find it super fucking annoying. Like Max, if I remember correctly, you told me a story.
Yeah, basically I was visiting my family for I don't remember what occasion it was. Like, and we were just I was just like, I haven't been to the village in a while, and just why not just go see my uncles, aunties, that kind of thing. And I went, and instead of me trying to have a good time with my family, the how do I say this عشان أنا الكبير I guess أو البكر زي ما بيقولوا. I'm supposed to think about marriage. I'm supposed to think about where I'm gonna go, and like basically me being the stereotypical Sudanese man of the house. Like, and then they were like, oh, they kept on asking me what type of girl I would want, and what type of, like, who do I want specifically, بالاسم, that kind of thing. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting, honestly. لأنه they think they how do I say this? And they think, and wallahi, the man wants this kind of thing. This kind of woman he gets. That's what they think it is.
انه
Anyway,
يو
they
انا
kept
انا داير البت دي خلاص بقت حقتي خلاص.
pretty much, and they were like, okay, so what type of, like, when I made it clear, no, I have no one in my mind, and then they're like, okay, طب what type of girl would you want? And I told them I want an ambitious girl. Like I want a woman that wants to do something with her life. I don't want a woman that would just sit in the house and do fuck all.
بنت
Like I want
طموحات.
exactly. I want her to have ambitions. I want her to have a dream, and I want to be a part of that dream. Like I want to be able to be help her through that dream, and just live the life that I've always wanted to live.
The
And they
life you
bashed me for it.
knew.
They're like, okay, طيب, okay, good, لكن how is she gonna clean the house? How is she gonna cook? How is she gonna طيب انا قاعد كده سايهم. لا انا ما هقعد في السرير واميد كرشتي وما اعمل حاجه. حنظف البيت انا ذاتي. حخش المطبخ واعمل لي حاجه انا ذاتي. انا like I'm not gonna expect her to do everything for me. I'm supposed to be responsible for myself. I'm not gonna sit around and do fuck all. just خلاص اخليها كده. And then they tracked that with طيب حتربي الاولاد كيف؟ انا ما برضه حربيهم. يا سلام عليكم. The same answer. انا ذاتي حربيهم. انا ابوهم انا حربيهم. Like it's not like me and certain person who's
Like
gonna
it's
be
not
in my
rocket
life in the
science.
future. Exactly. Me and the person, we brought them there. We brought them into this world. So we're gonna make sure and we take care of them and give them the best knowledge that they need to have. I'm not just gonna sit around and expect her to do everything. Like just raise the kids, clean the house, and cook. But that's the opposite of what I want. That's what I told them. I told them that's the opposite of what I want. I don't want that. Like I want a woman. Like في النهاية, later on in life, if we have to get to the stage and wallahi one of us has to let go of their job or one of us has to sacrifice something for our kids, we'll talk about it. We'll reach middle ground. بعدين انتهى الموضوع. But like they're just so fixated on the idea and wallahi انه خلاص انا لازم اعرس. انا قلت لهم اقول لكم شيء. انا عريس ده خليته لكم. ما داير اعرس ذاتي. بس اقعد عزابي براي. انا بذاتي عريس ده انا خليته لكم. ما داير. It's that disgusting. To them, it's just disgusting. ما
To
أعرف
be
أمشي
fair
Yo,
معه.
though, to be fair
it's
though, my
like
nigga,
يعني
you
we're
are
أحد
you are
وصف
kind of a
مثلا ونسى
Azabi.
الشتي. We're all عزابي, man. Like yo, like listen,
We're too.
Speak for
I know
yourself,
I'm
my
I
nigga.
know I'm yo, I know I'm TMZ. I expose myself too. You think I'm scared of exposing myself? Oi, I expose everything.
Oh,
احنا كلنا عزاب.
To be fair,
احنا
we're not at the
كلنا.
age to be. We're not at the age to be عزابة yet. Definition of عزابة is being completely alone, not even with your family. That's what عزابة means.
I mean, yeah,
Alhamdulillah, we
true,
both
but
have our families.
yeah,
alhamdulillah,
exactly.
alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
Like what I wanted to say is that like what's it called? Like legit, I saw this like one cartoon. Like I saw it a bunch of times on my like WhatsApp status وما أعرف شنو. لكن it's like this like واحد عمه سوداني مادي كرشته في السرير والناس حايمين في البيت بيقول له هوي امشي اعمل كذا. like مثلا البيت هوي امشي اعملي ليش شاي. مثلا مرته هوي امشي نظفي العده. And like he's just lying down there not doing nothing.
Yeah,
It's
that's
one of those
like
one of those
that's
political
basically
one of those
that's
political
basically a
cartoons.
Sudanese household. That's basically a
Yeah,
Sudanese
That's
pretty
household.
basically
much.
what they expect the Sudanese household to be. Like for them and for their children. Like they expect their children to be like that as well.
Yeah,
It's insane.
it's insane. It's insane and disgusting. I just made it clear that I'm not going to do whatever they want me to do, and that they hate me for it. Like they completely hate me for it. I'm better off without the Muslim. So yeah,
أحسن ذاته. Cut off the toxic ties, man.
I
But like
can't, bro.
even
في حاجة اسمها صلة
I
الرحم.
haven't.
I can't really cut them off كده say.
I'm gonna add
No,
like
I'm
one
saying
last
like don't
thing.
don't associate with them as much as you
Yeah, yeah,
would
yeah, yeah.
if you do.
Definitely.
Like I'm gonna add one last thing that like not just one but like a bunch of girls like told me and that's like they hate that they were born a woman in this country. Like that is
That's
how
understandable.
bad that is the extent of how horrible Sudan is for women. Like they hate being alive because of their gender. Like that is like it's insane. Like it's like my heart goes out to all the women being alive right now. Like y'all are fucking queens, queens. Like like holy shit, man.
Simple
Like
alert, simple alert, simple alert.
my nigga, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Oh
غايته
wait, لا
غايته بس
some.
نقول غايته simple ولا ما simple. غايته بس نقول الله يهونها على الجميع ان شاء الله. بس يعني hopefully everything will, you know, hopefully everything
Hopefully
fixes it.
everything will work out.
I
Yeah,
think
hopefully.
Yeah, that's the hope though. That's the hope because like we never know what's gonna happen in the future. We're not exactly God. We just hope for the best,
Exactly.
and you know we roll with the
We
punches.
hope for
Life
the
gives
best
you
and
lemons, you make
do our
lemonade.
best.
I think we all us open-minded people can collectively say, and this is another old ass meme, but I think we can all like collectively think this towards like the Arab Zoot mindset and like to the people who have like a fucked up way of thinking. Uh, but like لقسم بوري فقيوبق.
Oh
I don't think
shit, orange
Bro,
pranks. Holy shit.
that's like old school and very specific, man. There's like yeah, and if like there are memes that are
That's what
old
he's
school
talking
that people are gonna get. This is like you know you're hitting the niche market here, bro. You're hitting the niche.
you know how we do. You know
about.
how we do. But like, anyways, yeah. Uh, to basically wrap
Round
this
up.
up, I would basically to wrap this up, I would like to give a few shout outs. First of all,
Let's go.
Mo Muawiyah for being a straight up G. You know, all right, that's the first one, and my second one will be to Phil A Heart Foundation. Big shout out. These
Sorry,
guys have been doing
I kind of parted at the end there.
معلش. These people have been doing great work in Sudan. Like they've been helping the Mygoma. Dude, dude, I fucking like it was like a really bad stutter, معلش.
Brain freeze, yeah.
The yeah, the what's it called? They've been helping like basically rebuild the Mygoma and make it basically a place safe for orphans to live in. You know, like it's and like the progress that they have made is honestly it's beautiful. Like
It's
I
amazing.
can't
It's
think of a better word.
beautiful.
It's
It's
amazing.
so
It's
inspiring. It's so inspiring.
exactly like and on top of that, because of the quarantine, because we are quarantining, they have been trying to help the families that like that live on a day-to-day basis that can't afford to be quarantining. By like they've been trying to rack up to not rack up. What the fuck? They're not rappers. They've been trying to fuck. What's the word?
Collect funds.
Thank you, Max. Sir Max the Great to the
Raise
rescue.
money.
Oh my
Like
God, I said the
there are a
rescue.
lot of ways.
The
There are a
rescue.
lot of ways you could have said that. You just chose to go with the way that makes it sound like they're rappers, man.
I fucking choked, man. I choked. I'm black at heart, man. You know. But
Oh yes, yes,
basically,
yes, man.
they've been trying to raise funds for families that can't afford to stay at home, who basically live on a day-to-day basis. They've been trying to uh, basically raise funds so that they can give them the money necessary so that they can actually stay at home and help stop the spread of the coronavirus. So yeah,
Cool. No,
that
no, no.
is
Wait, wait, wait. Let me just put my glasses on and and you know push them up. Put that glint. It's not coronavirus.
that
That
anime.
anime lens flare. Anime glasses
Yes,
lens flare. Kuching.
yeah, bro.
It's not corona. It's COVID-19, bro.
Oh, COVID-19, 19. Fuck off, bro. But
Sometimes, you know, sometimes I wonder انا اللماني فيكم شنو.
Yo, man. قضاء وقدر قضاء وقدر.
الحمد لله والسلام.
My third and final shout out is to everyone who watched the first episode and like really enjoyed it. It's insane the amount of support that I've or the amount of support that I've gotten for like creating the podcast and like doing this and like the amount of support is genuinely insane. Like it's mind-boggling. I genuinely did not expect everyone to really enjoy the first episode. I didn't really expect many people to even watch the first episode, if I'm being honest. But basically, yeah, this is like a big heartfelt thank you to all of you. Yes.
Not just
And
from him,
a very
guys,
big
it's also from the rest of us too. My heart tears up. These are totally not fake tears. I am crying. Thank you guys so much.
This is why I want to kill myself.
Wait.
Everyone, everyone listening,
I activated my
this is why I want to
inner
kill
Khalaf.
myself.
wait.
So Sudan, just like Sudan, just like it makes you feel that way, man.
Okay, we have to do the obligatory air horns for our viewers and supporters.
Yo, like for real, like بجد, like غير انه like the friends and the friends that supported us, like there were also like the other friends that like didn't just support us, they helped, they just gave us some really great advice on how to like move forward with this. And I'm really gonna take that. I'm not saying I'm saying we are going to take that advice to heart and try to move this forward as a podcast, as a Sudanese podcast, from us to you, the fans and the listeners and the newcomers and all of that, like mushy stuff. Because I'm not really good with that shit, man. Fuck that shit.
So basically, to Max, do you have any shout outs?
No, but I would like to say I want to thank everyone, my friends, everyone for supporting this idea and giving us advice, and it really means the world to us. Actually, we at first we really thought this wouldn't really go anywhere, but we think now after the support we've gotten after the first episode that we're really gonna like inshallah take this somewhere, and yeah, let's just hope we don't lose hope or passion into this podcast. Inshallah.
Yeah,
Inshallah.
one like okay. Let's just do this last air horn for like my last shout out. It's like because but like anyways, and برضو مع ناس Philoheart. There's also Barana Hanabnihu and Score that are working with Philoheart to do the project that Ahmed was talking about. That was like out to help the people that cannot live on a day-to-day basis. That are الناس السمسارين, the bus drivers, the cafeteria workers, those kinds of people. Like they're really working together to make this work, and we really hope the best for them. You can find information about these kinds of things on their Twitter and their Instagram pages. And really, it's just
I
like
think I think we'll link. We'll probably link their.
Yeah, I'll link them. I'll
account.
link them. I'll put them in the description.
All right.
yeah, okay. You guys can find their social links in the description of the video, and hopefully, you know what? I'm not gonna do the sign off since I'm not Mr. Host of this episode.
I will. Okay. To
Do the
sign us
honors.
off, I would like to say one last and final thing. To all y'all capital G's, because we ain't no lowercase G's. We ain't no bitches. We are capital G's. Thank you guys for listening, and hopefully we see you on the next episode. Deuces.
Peace out, y'all.